Good afternoon, book lovers of the internet. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. I am Book Nerd 822, and I just finished reading my first book of the month of August of 2025, and the book is Diary of a Wimpy Kid by Jeff Kinney. This one, much like the rest of the books in the series, consists of 217 pages, and I rated it 4 out of 5 stars, and I think that rating still holds up to this day. Somewhere between the 4 and the 5 stars, definitely one of the books of all time. Now, I've lost count of how many times I've read this, and yeah, I just finished reading it for yet another time. The last I read this, according to Goodreads, was more than 3 years ago, which is totally insane to me, and I read this as part of the reading the entire Diary of a Wimpy Kid series in 1 week challenge. I now have 18 volumes to go and one Rowley Jefferson book to read as well, in about 6 days. Um, it's going to be quite difficult, but I'll try, I suppose. And I still managed to chuckle a couple of times, and this one especially brought back several happy memories to the point where nostalgia was causing a tight squeezing in my chest, and I have no issues with my heart, by the way, and I have significantly reduced the amount of caffeine I've been taking recently. So, yeah, I can completely blame that feeling on nostalgia. And I still think of Greg Heffley as a selfish character, but the way life treats him is sometimes unfair, and what happens to him isn't always entirely his fault. And needless to say, he's a horrible friend to Rowley and to anybody he speaks with or interacts with for that matter. And he should probably focus more on finding solutions to the problems he finds himself in, but in not doing so, I suppose he earns the title of Wimpy. There isn't much of a pattern recognition sort of mentality going on up there, which might have to do with a lower IQ as well, but if that wasn't the case, then he wouldn't be described as wimpy, and the whole concept of Diary of a Wimpy Kid would probably fall apart. He is definitely also self obsessed and irresponsible, and basically a person I would never aspire to be like, regardless of his age. I don't care that he's a kid. If this is his attitude towards life and towards other people at such a young age, I doubt that at any point will he change for the better, especially considering how malicious some of his intentions actually are, and how little accountability he is ready to take. So, yeah, I still, as I mentioned, found it to be quite a fun read, and I was practically rooting for Rowley the entire way, which I do consider to be ironic since the whole thing is told from Greg's perspective, and I do have another volume, this one right here, which is told from Rowley's perspective, which I should probably read straight away too. So, yeah, I'm not surprised that Greg is not popular at school, considering um, his attitude and how he can't seem to be consistent with anything. Um, he is always embarking on new projects, but then never sticks with them, never seems to find himself improving in anything, which also contributes towards his downfall and to his wimpiness, and it's very sad to see. So yeah, what sucked, what I found to be completely unfair, was that Rowley stole the Zooey Mama joke from Greg and capitalized on it to the point where he even became the school comedian for the year in the yearbook. I found that to be totally unfair, and someone should have probably stepped up for Greg at that point, but at the same time, Greg did contribute towards breaking Rowley's arm, and he also lied to Rowley. Um, he wasn't a trustworthy friend, which I suppose I can see exactly why Rowley would behave in such a manner, in hindsight. So yeah, once again, I am completely rooting for Rowley on this one. And yeah, reading this at a much older age, and now I am speaking about the whole series in general, I suppose. Yeah, I've come to realize how Greg's perspective on literally anything is so myopic, although he does hit the nail on the head sometimes. When it comes to predicting what the future will be like, especially, which makes plenty of sense considering how ridiculous the world has actually become, especially in these past couple of years. But anyway, that is all I had to say about the first Diary of a Wimpy Kid volume by Jeff Kinney. Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Um, of course, I should probably also mention the cheese touch here. Make sure not to touch that over there. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, share, subscribe. Take a look at the rest of my content because why not? It's absolutely amazing. And I'll see you in the next one, hopefully very, very soon. Bye, guys.